Welcome back to episode 2 of an ET named Claire, and that's me. Honestly, it's still kind of weird for me to be filming myself, so yeah, I'm appreciative that you want to watch this because it's very uncomfortable for me. But I realized that in the last episode I didn't really introduce myself too well for those who don't know who I am. So I wanted to just share some information about me. So I'm Claire. I was born in New Jersey. I'm Filipino American. I'm a 90s kid. Leo Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Scorpio Rising. I'm an Enneagram Type 2, and I'm a manifesting generator. 5-2, which is called the self-motivated hero. And something new I wanted to do, and I just want to try this out, but instead of me going into like full-on narrative about my childhood and like how I was raised, I figured I could play this game called 4 Truths and a Lie. So yeah, I will begin. So I'm gonna read a few truths. So the first one is, as a child, my favorite activities were reading books and playing video games. That's number 1. Number 2, my parents had me playing piano and taking piano lessons until the end of high school. Number 3 is, I spent my teenage years going to hardcore and punk shows in basements in New Jersey. Number 4 is, I am very well read in occult sciences and knowledge, and I practice magic. And number 5, my first boyfriend and I got together on Tony Hawk's Underground 2 on PlayStation. So yeah, there's 4 truths and a lie, and in the next episode I will reveal what the lie was. And so I will just share with you what has happened this week. So I've been still trying to rebalance my life after getting super involved with the crypto project called Zen. And honestly, I feel very passionate about it because of what the project stands for. And again, I'm not going to go into it in this video. I might actually make a separate series, or maybe in the next video go into it more. But I found that when I'm in the digital space, I'm more in like the ether, and it's a bit more difficult for me to feel grounded. So I'm also not trying to put so much pressure on myself to like in Hawaii in July, I had a strict routine every day, like a rigid schedule. I'd wake up at 5:30 in the morning and do a bunch of stuff, and I was like super productive. But here I'm feeling more like just allowing myself to rest, and kind of like brainstorm and think. But I did get a kind of PowerPoint presentation done about the crypto project, and I translated it into Tagalog for locals here and for my cousins and stuff. So I'll be sharing that with the local community soon. And I did manage to get out to the waterfalls that's nearby called Conception Falls, and there's not too many tourists right now, so I had the whole waterfall area and pool to myself. And it's a pretty small waterfall area. Like the waterfalls itself, it's kind of like low, but the pool is really wide. And it's in this like really sacred, like kind of like just opening in the jungle, like, and there are these sheer cliffs with these roots dangling down and like water dripping, and the sunlight just makes it sparkle. It's a very, very special place. And so I gave myself some time to just be there and meditate. And I hope to create a schedule where I can just go there every morning, and after I wake up, go to the waterfall and just meditate and just spend time in the water. And yeah, so this past weekend I spent in the main town in Koran with my cousins again. And the main purpose was I actually offered Reiki to my cousin Anga, because she reached out to me and was interested in kind of like experimenting and seeing exactly what it was. So yeah, I felt really honored and blessed to be able to share my gifts with her, and it was very, very powerful. It actually helped rebalance me, and I felt amazing after the session as well, connecting back to my spirituality and connecting back to this place of just love and healing that I know I have within myself. But I think it's also connected to my ancestors. So actually my deceased grandparents showed up during the session. I could feel them very strongly, and that was so reassuring for me. I was actually crying a bit. So that was special this weekend. I also befriended this little girl, this 2-year-old named Jillian, and my uncle, I think my uncle adopted her from like his cousin, or his partner's cousin just couldn't take care of this baby. So she's super small, she's 2 years old, she can talk, she's super cute, and we had a moment together at a remote beach. She just wanted to swim, so she just like threw all her clothes off, and I went with her. Her parents were kind of just busy talking with the other adults, so I just followed her to the water. Then it started to like downpour, and she was just like in the water, like laughing, like ah, and we were both just like in the rain, just like yeah. It was amazing. I mean, all the other adults were like, ah, the rain. And she and I were just like, oh yes, the rain. Yeah, it was really beautiful, and we held hands in the car. Yeah, children are super precious. Oh god, these mosquitoes are trying to get me. Yeah, and let's see, on Sunday night, I took myself out to some nightlife. There was this live band, and the singer was actually amazing. So I was like, hey, I'll go check out the band. It's literally across the road from my accommodation, which is my aunt and uncle own a pharmacy. It's like the biggest name pharmacy on the island, and they have some like backpacker rooms upstairs, so I can stay there, which I'm really grateful for. But yeah, I went across the street and took my little journal with me and kind of sat and listened to the music. I do notice that like anytime I enter a space, maybe it's because I look Filipino, but I also don't look like I'm from here, so I get a lot of attention. And yeah, I kind of still feel like a foreigner, and I think that's kind of normal, because it is a touristy place, and like it seems like even the tourists who are here, there are not many places for them to like commingle in a way that's not awkward. Like there are bars and restaurants that serve alcohol, and like I guess there's not many spaces that I personally would like to hang out at. I do know that there's this vegan restaurant up in the hills, which might be more of my vibe, but I haven't been there in a while, so I might check that out next weekend. But yeah, I just took my journal out and was like listening to music and like writing and just people watching, which was really fun. But I did start to feel really like kind of like alone and isolated, missing my community in Bali. And actually I started a Facebook page called Koran Buswanga Conscious Community, and I hope to grow it one day, just like the community pages in Bali where there's like, you know, like 10,000 people, or like maybe like 8,000 people. But like, yeah, I realized that you gotta start somewhere, and there's 8 people in the group, but yeah, everything started small, and it seems like that's a theme that's reoccurring in my present moment now. Like being a part of this crypto project that literally just launched, and like moving to this island that doesn't have that many people, but they're building an international airport. And yeah, learning how to be patient with my dreams and to not cave into all the fear and doubt that it's very present, especially when like I've never done anything or accomplished anything this big in my life. So it's definitely an initiation process for me. And I've also been releasing this old relationship, and it's been good. It just takes time. I've been feeling all these like hidden emotions in my body, a lot of sadness actually, that I didn't even know was there. And yeah, the other night I cried so hard. I was crying as hard as it was raining, and I was just like, God damn, this is so cathartic right now. And it's kind of been a while since I've cried so much, but afterwards I felt really good. And there's that feeling of like when you release something, it's like this cavity that's been like carved within you, and I'm just like releasing all the sadness and the tears and whatever, all the emotion. Then I'm left with this empty cavity, and like I know that the deeper that cavity is, the more love that can fill it for next time. So I've been really meditating on that kind of metaphor and imagery of like the heart just being this like place where it's full and then empty, like everything just ebbs and flows. Let's see, what else? I've been really missing different food. Like I love Filipino food because it's like comfort food, but I can't eat it all the time, and it's probably because I'm American. So I got a bunch of cookbooks, and especially Indonesian, Thai, and Hawaiian, and I went on the crazy like supply run yesterday, and bought like all sorts of crazy spices, lots of different sauces. I'm going to be cooking foods that nobody here has ever tried, so I'm pretty excited about that. And that leads me to today. I bought a 5 kilo, it's a tuna. I bought a yellowfin tuna fish, like this big, and it's 5 kilos. And it's only like $12-13 or something, so it's not that bad of a price. But yeah, I cut it in a way where I'm gonna make poke bowls, Hawaiian poke bowls. I found this like awesome Hawaiian cookbook, so excited to share that with my family as well. What else? And yeah, the last thing is I'm planning a design for my house, for a house I want to build on my land. This is actually my dad's house. It's not like mine, but I do have a piece of land that's just over there. And yeah, I've been really thinking about like what kind of place do I want to live in, and like what do I want it to look like, and what kind of amenities do I want it to have, and like how modern do I want it to look, like do I want to use local materials. So I've been really been brainstorming that as well. But yeah, that basically concludes my week and what I wanted to share this week. And I also wanted to show this amazing jewelry that my girlfriend Michelle made me. Yeah, it's like, I usually use it for like Reiki or rituals. And she also made me this awesome bracelet. It's all silver with labradorite. Silver, it's like a silver chainmail bracelet. I just wanted to send Michelle some love and gratitude for making this amazing jewelry. I'll put a link in the comments to her artwork and jewelry page. Okay, so that's my update. Much love to you all. Thanks for watching. It's so hot right now. Okay, until next time, and feel free to post what you think the lie was. The 4 truths and a lie. You can post what you think the lie was, and I will answer you in the next video. Okay.